Yes, as you may recall, we recently conducted a cranial nerve exam and we have tested your five senses. However, we still need to do your body wellness check, and this one focuses on your bones, your muscles, and just how your body functions when it comes to movement. Okay, so that's something we can take care of today, if that's okay with you. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so you had a recent visit, so we don't need to update your personal information once again. So let's just go ahead and get started, okay? Let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, let's just get started. So, just like the last two times, you just have to follow my instructions, okay? And we're gonna see what we're working with, okay? So let me go ahead and take out my notes, okay? And I'm just gonna ask you a few questions for the record, okay? Do you have any body pain, any discomfort throughout the body? Yeah, just anywhere. No? Okay. And do you exercise a lot, like go on walks, stretching? Do you do any of that? You do? Okay, wonderful. And how often do you exercise? It can be anything, just how often do you do it? Okay, so like 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So, basically what we're gonna be doing in this appointment, I'm gonna show you, okay? So, let me draw a little diagram for you so that you can see what we're gonna be doing, okay? Okay. Okay, so this is you. Okay, so like I told you, we have taken care of this part right here. So from the chin up, that one's taken care of, as we did your cranial nerve exam, and then your five senses, which focus on the head. But we gotta take care of all this area right here. So your body, your arms, that includes your hands and your fingers, and then your legs, and that includes your feet and your toes, okay? So we're gonna be hitting all these points today, and that includes your neck as well, okay? So as this is a medical examination, I will be using gloves, okay? And disclaimer, I will need you to remove your clothes, and you can keep your underwear on, but you will need to be, yes, so you will need to have your clothes taken off because I need to observe your body movements. I need to observe the contraction of your muscles, your bones moving, your fingers, your toes, everything. So no socks, nothing. And you can leave your underwear on, okay? Don't worry, there are no cameras in the room. You're totally safe here. No one's gonna barge in here and see you, so you are safe, okay? I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay, so let me show you. I want you to meet someone, okay? So this this evening. Okay, this is Oakley. Okay, so let me show you. What I'm gonna show you with this is basically I'm gonna show you what kind of movements I'm gonna need you to do with your shoulders, your wrists, your hands, your waist, maybe your knees and your feet. Okay, so we have taken care of this part right here, so this is good. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this whole part right here, so your whole body. Okay, and I'm gonna be using this guy to show you throughout this procedure how you need to do it and which body part you're gonna be using. Okay, so meet Oakley, and once again, just follow my instructions. Just follow my instructions. Okay, and just sit back and relax, relax, relax. Okay, wonderful. So first things first, I will need to get some x-rays on you. These are a much smaller version of x-rays, okay? Because I only have these two little sticks. These are x-ray sticks. They're new in the medical field. So, as you can see, they're very small. And I need to x-ray. Oh, I apologize. As you can see, they're very small. And I need to x-ray your whole body. Okay? So, just bear with me. I do need you to be as still as possible. Okay? You can talk. Like I said, I'm not gonna get your head. You can talk. You can look around if you want. Just not when I'm doing your neck. I need to get x-rays on that as well. Okay? Okay, so just relax, relax, relax. And be as still as possible, okay? Okay, are you ready? Okay. Okay, so that was one arm. Now I'm going to do the other arm, and I'm going to move on to your chest. Okay? Okay, so go ahead and stay still. Okay. I'm just going to be writing down some notes based on your diagnosis, okay? So that was this arm, okay? And that was that arm right there. Okay, wonderful. Now I'm gonna move on to your chest, okay? Okay, let me write down the diagnosis for your chest. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to your legs, okay? Okay, so that was this leg, like that, and like that. Okay, can I just see the palms on your hands so that I can do your hands real quick? Okay, so just do it like this. Great, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so the way the x-ray stick works is by Bluetooth. So it sends everything to my screen right next to me, and I get to see that diagnosis of your x-rays. Yeah, that's how they work. They're pretty useful, actually. Okay, so now I'm gonna do your feet real quick, okay? Okay, wonderful. So let me just write down the final diagnosis based on your x-rays, okay? Okay, wonderful. So now I'm gonna go in with this little thing, okay? This is kind of like an x-ray machine, but this is gonna give me a more detailed diagnosis of your muscles. So the x-rays with the stick, that was for the bones, okay? This is gonna be for the muscles. So this is a much more smooth machine, okay? So I'm just gonna go over your arms, your chest area, your stomach. Then I'm gonna do your back, and I'm just gonna do your legs, okay? So for this one, you don't have to be as still because it's not as I guess, well, they're not x-rays, okay? So it's different. It's a more simple procedure. So go ahead. Okay, you ready? Okay. Okay, let me just check my monitor to see the diagnosis on your muscles, okay? Okay, let me just write it down. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to your legs, okay? Okay, wonderful. Okay, how you feeling? Did that hurt? No, right? It was very smooth. Okay, great. So now we're done with this. Now moving on to you. So now you're gonna have to help me with this part, okay? So I'm gonna show you what kind of movement. I need you to do a couple movements for me, okay? So we're gonna start with your shoulders. So I just need you to move your shoulders like that. Just in circular motion. Oh. Okay, I thought I broke it. No, I didn't. That scared me. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that again, but can you do it? So just do circular motions on your shoulders. Okay. Okay, good. Can you do the because I don't want you to get hurt. So just small motions. Okay. Good, good. Okay. Can you do the other elbow? Good, good. Okay. Now we're going to do your wrist. Okay, so just do it like this. Okay. So just do like wrist, like that. Can you do that with both wrists? Yeah. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, okay. Do you feel like those pop when you do it? Like do your shoulders pop or your elbows maybe? Okay, can you go ahead and do it? I'm just gonna do a quick touch, okay? Go ahead and do it. Okay. Yeah, okay, it looks good, it looks good. Okay. Now, moving on to your legs. Can you just lift up your knee like that? And then do movements kind of like you did with your wrists, but with your feet. So your ankles, can you do that? But lifting out your foot like this, can you do it like that? So like this, okay? So like an L shape, an L shape. Okay. Okay, let me do a quick touch to see how it's looking. Go ahead and do it. Good, good. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Looks good. Now, I'm gonna go back in with the x-rays, but for this, I'm just gonna use one. And I need you to just, you don't have to stay still for this one, but basically I'm just gonna go in like this. Let me show you with Oakley, okay? So I'm just gonna go in different parts of your body and, well, on different parts of your body and just kind of like twist it against your body to get a more precise x-ray of that location, okay? Yes, you don't have to do anything, just stay still while I do this, okay? Are you ready? Okay. 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 Good. Okay. 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 Looks good. How you feeling? Good. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing, but no x-rays and stuff. I'm just gonna go in with this little thing, which is kind of like a massager, okay? So it's not gonna hurt. You might feel good with this, okay? And this is just to kind of like test out your muscles and see if they contract to the touch of this, okay? So just go ahead and relax. Okay. Do you feel pain in that area? A little bit, okay, good to know. What about that? I kinda saw you flinch a little bit. Does it hurt? It just caught you off guard. Okay, no worries. Yeah. worry about. Okay, now last but not least, I am going to use this little fan brush. Okay, so a little fan brush, to just brush, and for this, I'm gonna go all over your body. Okay, so I'm just gonna, okay, so I'm just gonna take it and just like brush, and the reason why I'm doing this, it's because the bristles of the brush, they create a more sensitive effect to the touch of it. So this is something that I need to see in every inch of your body to see how it reacts, how your muscles react to a much more sensitive touch. Okay, so again, it's not gonna hurt. Just relax. Okay, just relax. And we're almost done. I promise. This is the last step. Okay, are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna start with your arms. Okay, so just brush. Okay, how did that feel? It's a much more sensitive touch. Yeah. Now I'm gonna move to your chest area, to your neck. Okay, so your neck, and then your collarbone. Okay, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to brush. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a much more clear dialysis with this. Like I said, it's a more sensitive touch. I don't see anything bad though, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on to your other arm. So just brush. Okay. How'd you feel? How does that feel? Good. Okay. Good. Now I'm gonna do your hands, okay? So the palms of your hands and in between your fingers, like this, like that. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do with your hands. So go ahead and spread out your hands like this. Okay, I'm just going to brush. Okay, good. Let's do the other hand. massage. But like I said, it's a more sensitive object to touch your body with, so it's completely normal. Your dialysis looks good, and I'm gonna check this off, and everything seems to be okay with your body. However, if you keep feeling that discomfort on this area that we checked out, please come back and see us, and we can treat it with a quick massage, or we can give you a prescription for that, okay? But so far, with what I saw, it's nothing to worry about. But if you do feel discomfort, just come back and see us, okay? Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in, okay?